Hey, what's up? So, this video, it's most likely going to be titled something like "Why I Left School at 16." And while that's not technically a lie, because this video is about why I left school at 16, it's also technically not, because in my mind at least, leaving school means that you're completely done for good. Like, as in, you've finished school, you're no longer going to do any school whatsoever. And that's not true. Because for me, I'm hopefully going to be doing college next year. By next year, I mean like next school year. So, why did I leave secondary school at the age of 16? So, this all goes back to when I was 12. Hang on. This all goes back to when I was 12. At the age of 12, I was severely bullied, and this went on up until the age of like 14, 15. So basically, long story short, I had a best friend of 11 years, and due to her not understanding my sense of humour, or more so, our other best friend not understanding my sense of humour, she decided to leave me. However, she felt as though she didn't have a good enough reason to leave me, and so she made one up. This story was essentially he told me to kill myself. That's essentially what she told everybody. Which I didn't. I would not make jokes about that. However, that's the story she decided to stick with. And so because of that, I got severely bullied. All her friends decided to gang up on me, and at some points it did get to like physical. It wasn't just like taunting me and stuff. It was like I got hit a few times, and by now you're probably thinking, okay, he left school because he got bullied. And that's it. Like, he left school because bullying was too much. That's false. I didn't. So in case you didn't know, in Scotland at least, I don't know if you can in the rest of the UK, but in Scotland you can leave school at the age of 16 and that's it. You're done. And so a lot of people who were doing that, including my best friend or my ex-best friend, left school at 16, and I thought that was the end of it. However, that's when issues started with my mental health. In case you didn't know, I have anxiety. Like, it's in properly diagnosed anxiety, not just, oh, well, I feel anxious sometimes, especially during exam season, so I have anxiety. No, as in like actual full-fledged. I've been diagnosed with, I think it's social anxiety I've been diagnosed with. I can't remember exactly, but it's a form of anxiety. I've also been partially diagnosed with gender dysphoria. By partially, I mean I've been told I show signs of gender dysphoria, and so therefore I'm getting sent to Sandy Ford, which is the gender identity clinic. But that doesn't matter in this episode, in this story, in this video. So, I got diagnosed with anxiety, and from like summer of last year is when it started to get bad. So throughout summer, me and none of my friends talked. None of my like friends from my school talked. It was just me and my boyfriend who lives 4,000 miles away, and then a few group chats which unfortunately no longer exist for whatever reason. However, I had nobody who was close to me who I could talk to apart from my parents. And so that kinda sucked. And so because of that, I made a rant account on Instagram. I believe it was either Instagram or Facebook. And what I did there was I was basically I just ranted about how I was feeling, and in it I believe I said it's kind of sucky how you think you have friends and then none of them even think to talk to you when you're away, which it is. If you have friends who you've realised that if you don't reach out to them, they just won't talk to you ever, ditch them. But essentially, I tweeted that, and my other best friend at the time saw this somehow, don't know how. And so she went off and she claimed that I told her girlfriend at the time that when we were in a relationship, because we were in a relationship for a bit, and then I realised I was gay, so. But when we were in a relationship, she went off and she claimed that I had told her, so she claimed that I had told her girlfriend at the time that she was abusive, which I hadn't. And then her brother joined in and her best friend joined in, and there was just a whole lot of bullshit. And so we just stopped being friends because I really just couldn't deal with that. So, you know, I thought that was the end of it. And then I started to not be able to deal with school. I fell into a depressive state, which isn't really that fun. I wouldn't recommend it if you have the choice. Try and stay happy. It's harder than it sounds. But like, yeah, I fell into a depressive state, and all I really did was sit and watch YouTube videos all day. I barely got dressed, I barely did anything I enjoyed. All I would do was sit and play and watch YouTube videos even. I will say during that time though, I found some of the best friends I've ever found in my life. So that all leads to today. In which I finally, well, a few weeks ago, in which I finally decided, you know what, I feel like I should just leave this part of my life behind. And so that's what I'm doing. This chapter of my life is now officially ended. It's happy. It's great. I'm very happy that I can finally start a new chapter in which hopefully I feel better about myself. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video.